Hey guys, welcome back. It's now getting very beautiful and warm and summery, so I figured I'd come out here to this beautiful graveyard. I really like bags this size. They are excellent for people who are doing sort of sporty stuff or just wanting to be really lightweight and comfortable. The things are kept closer to your body, which means they're not pulling you back as much. One exception to that is that the tripod connection is at the back instead of on the side. Obviously it's a small bag, it's gonna be limited in space. In a way I like that. It means that I'm taking less stuff, which is absolutely amazing. I love traveling with less stuff. And it means that I have to think a little bit more about what stuff I take with me. First of all, let me put on something a little more comfortable. This bag has two compartments that are about the same size and they can be combined into one big compartment, another little compartment over here. This one I think would be good for snacks or some little accessories. Then there's a top compartment which can be easily accessed from the outside, and the camera compartment which can be accessed either from the back or from the side. The access from the side and the top means that this really isn't a bag for protection from pickpockets, either by pressing this and just running away with your bag if let's say you weren't holding onto it, or just, by opening this. I mean, these open pretty easily, so wouldn't be a problem to take stuff out of here or out of here. So in the front compartment here, I've got quick access to tools. I actually love that it's got these little separators in here. Knife, pliers, torch, a little pouch with earphones. The ones I've got in here right now are wireless, but these are not the ones I would take for travel because they're gonna run out of battery. And also something like this would be incredibly easy to lose. My travel kit, all the stuff I would need to take with me for travel, and having it in this extra case just keeps it a little bit more secure. For example, if it was just here, then maybe something could fall out and stuff. The Velcro separator between the two compartments is actually pretty good. It's holding on really well. It's great that you can remove this. In the camera compartment, I took my Sony a7S, which takes up less than half the space here. Personally, I do prefer, instead of the padding being built into the bag, a thin bag with a removable internal padded compartment. It would be great if this had more options for organizing the camera. There's not that much Velcro in here. It's not going to be very easy to configure this to a very specific thing that you need. The Velcro here isn't very strong and doesn't have a lot of surface area to actually hold onto. You could fit a 5D into here, and you do have two little compartments here that are kind of elastic that you can sort of put things in like that and then pull that over. Although if you do have something there like a battery, then it might kind of get in the way of taking the camera out, or it might sort of push against the camera or something. With the Sony a7S, that there isn't a problem. It would just be there. It would probably be better with a smaller bottle. If you start putting it down like this, then it sort of wants to fall out. This is a sling bag, and I think that is a love it or hate it kind of thing. The strap on here is very wide and fairly comfortable, fairly soft. Comfort-wise, considering it's a sling bag, it's fine. There weren't any big issues. It's just the fact that it does put all the weight onto one shoulder. Personally, I don't find this to be as comfortable as something with two straps. To quote Austin Powers, this kind of thing ain't my bag, baby. Rather than just move one strap off your shoulder, you actually need to either disconnect this and sort of lift the strap over your head, or you need to literally lift the entire bag over your head. If you don't have it tight against your body, it won't sort of fall downwards like this, like a backpack does, but it will fall backwards like that. If this is fairly tight on your body, then it is kind of a squeeze to get your body out of there. And that's why this thing is here, because that really does make it easier to put it on and off. And it does appear to be pretty strong. However, even the slightest touch on these will make it release. If you don't want that to release, you could tie a string from there to there. These things might fall out. If you take the end of it and put it through there and through there, would take quite a lot of effort for that to fall out by accident. This does look like a camera bag, which once again just says, hey, open me up, take what's inside. This top handle is pretty good and it's useful to have. I would probably hold it like this. It just means that it just doesn't move around as much and I have more control over it. The material here is very breathable, but I don't think it'll be very durable. It feels a little bit cheaper and collects dirt. Stuff can fall out of it because this thing can open really easily, and same goes for the side pocket. It doesn't want to sort of close itself back up. So here's an example of something that wants to stay a little bit more closed rather than just completely flop open. The rain cover seems pretty good and pretty easy to put on. Looks a little bit less like a camera bag, and this would give a little bit of protection against pickpockets. The goodie bag that came with this has a bunch of useful stuff, and I actually really like this. First of all, the case is great. There's about a million uses for this. And a blower, it does work really well. And it came with a nice orange cleaning cloth, disposable lens cleaning tissues, a little spray bottle, and then quite a nice cleaning pen, which has a brush on one side. And on this side, it has this flat piece. I have another one that looks similar to this that I did use on a sensor twice. Although I cannot recommend you do that because you don't want to damage your sensor. If you're not sure if you like sling bags, if you haven't tried one with weight in it, I would say go for a backpack, not a sling bag. And that is not a complaint against K&F Concept, because some people do like sling bags. And they do also make backpacks. I actually have reviewed one in the past. I'll have a link to that down below. So I would say this is a good bag. I do really like it in a lot of ways, just not something I would use on the street or in a train, because every pocket is easily reachable, but would maybe work very well for a wedding if you need to be light on your feet. Now, if you want a bag that's this size, this is about a 10-litre size, that is protective from pickpockets, then have a look at my review of the Lowepro Flipside Sport 10-litre.